Hi everyone, welcome to another Airfix 1600 build. This time it's the HMS Belfast, probably one of their best kits, although I have to admit I've made a few basic rookie errors building this one, which I'll point out. But it's pretty well molded. It's got a lot of detail, and it could be a really good build, although I'm not that happy with the results that I got out of it. But anyway, let's take a look at the build process. Most of the major portions, such as the hull, the deck, and the superstructure blocks, went together pretty well with a good fit and with minimum tidying up. I added a small amount of detail, and you can see these white ribs that have been added to the 4-inch gun crew shelters. And the 4-inch mounts were reworked with the barrel slot closed in and the barrels moved closer together as the drawing provided shows. I used the White Ensign Models photo etch set for this kit, and I have mixed feelings about the catapult arrangement. It's quite complex and finicky, and once it's actually fitted in place, it's hardly noticeable, so a lot of the detail is hidden. So whether you actually want to go to the trouble of using this particular item is up to you, but if I was doing this model again, I probably wouldn't use it. I searched online for the camouflage scheme, and this is one of the schemes that I came up with, and the numbers are Humbrol numbers. They're probably not exactly accurate, but they were close enough for me. I knew this was a pretty good kit by Airfix standards, and so I really tried my best to do a really good job, and sort of ironically, put so much effort into it that I made a lot of mistakes, and I wasn't really happy with the paint job, and it's quite strange that probably the most effort I put into a model and one of the worst results, but I don't blame the kit for that. It just seems to be something that happened on this particular occasion. However, for the most part, it went together pretty well. I did make some rookie errors, which I'll point out. The first major error that I made was to assemble the superstructure walls under B turret and back to the aircraft hangar upside down and reversed port to starboard. So even though it's probably not noticeable unless I point it out, in fact, that entire item has been assembled completely incorrectly. The other major error that I made was with the Kali floats. So there are two groups forward and aft that are mounted vertically, and then I just assumed that the rest of them midships should be mounted vertically as well, but in actual fact I didn't look at the instructions. So all of those more widely spaced ones should be mounted horizontally. So another basic error that I made. So just goes to show, always follow the instructions no matter how experienced you think you are. The White Ensign Models photo etch set for this kit also includes these VHF radar antennas on the mastheads. Now, I've heard that they are too large for scale and they do look rather large. If I was going to build this model again next time, I'd probably either leave them off or try and use some extra smaller antennas from other photo etch sets. This model is now available as a vintage classic brand new. I actually bought my model second hand, so it's an older molding. I have heard that the vintage classic molding has a lot of flash on it. This older kit was pretty good in that respect. But if you are going to buy a vintage classic, you may have to watch out for that, and there may be a bit of extra tidying up of parts to be done before you glue them together. So that's it, folks. So overall, a very good little kit. I wish I'd done a better job and could have shown you a better result, but certainly I'd encourage you to have a go at this if you're interested.